This is the Viltrox DC-X2, and when it comes to field monitors, this may just be one of the best, most affordable options on the market. It features a clear, vibrant 6-inch touchscreen with up to 2000 nits of peak brightness. Now when you compare the screen of the Viltrox to my Atomos Ninja 5, the difference in outdoor visibility is night and day, and it's one of the reasons I'm using the DC-X2 more and more. Now before anyone points out that the Atomos Ninja 5 is a recorder and the DC-X2 is just a monitor, obviously I know that, but I'm using the Atomos 5 as a reference point in terms of the screen quality compared to this much cheaper monitor. Before we get into the video, I do want to mention that Viltrox did send me this monitor for review, but they haven't paid me for this video and they've not asked me to say anything specific at all, so as always the thoughts and opinions are my own, and if you are interested in picking up this monitor, you can use the code JACK8 to get 8% off your order, and the link is in the description below. The DC-X2 comes in at a very modest price point of £180, making it an incredibly affordable option for filmmakers in need of a decent monitor. It also comes in a hard shell carry case and everything you need to get started. You get an MP550 battery that can be charged via USB-C. It also has a handy charge indicator on the back. You also get a full HDMI to HDMI cable and a HDMI to HDMI mini cable, a USB-C cable, and a cold shoe mount that is made mostly of metal and even has a locking pin. And finally, there's a detachable sun hood to help block out the light. It's actually quite unbelievable that you get all of these accessories included for that £180 price point. So looking at the design, this monitor comes in a sort of gunmetal grey aluminium finish, which I think looks absolutely great. Most monitors are boring and black, and this feels unique and like someone actually cared about designing it. Across the top, we have a number of function keys that you can program to any feature that you want on the monitor, and then you have the power button. On the right hand side, there's a 1/4 inch threaded hole that also has a locking pin hole. This is particularly good for those of you who want to mount this monitor to a gimbal. On the left, there is a HDMI 1.4 loop, so an in and out, which supports up to 4K at 30Hz, with a lossless image quality, and under those, you'll find a 3.5mm output to monitor audio. Across the bottom, you'll find a DC input, a Type-C input, and another 1/4 inch threaded hole with pins and a USB port. The USB port can be used to import LUTs, which is particularly good if you shoot log footage like I do. This allows you to put log to Rec 709 LUTs over the top of your footage so you can see how the image will look. What surprised me most about this monitor is the fact that there are so many ways to power it, including USB-C. As long as you have a power bank, you'll be able to use the screen. Aesthetically, this has to be one of the best looking monitors I've ever used. And at the back, you'll notice this interesting pattern design. Now, this isn't just for looks, it also helps to dissipate heat, similar to a heatsink. And when it comes to keeping the monitor cool, it does have built-in fans, which can be set within the monitor itself, and they are very quiet. I would recommend leaving the fans on auto mode though, as the DC-X2 does have a built-in temperature sensor and will adjust the fans accordingly. When you turn on the monitor, the first thing you'll notice is just how good the screen actually is. So what we get here is a really vivid and bright 6-inch touchscreen full HD display with 160-degree viewing angles and full sRGB coverage. It looks fantastic both indoors and outdoors, and especially outdoors when you compare it to other monitors around the same price point. So whenever I'm out shooting B-roll, particularly in harsh sun, I will always take the Viltrox, especially if I don't need to record to an external recorder. I also love that we get a sun hood included with the Viltrox, and this does help again to block out extra sunlight, even though the screen is already much better in bright conditions. The user interface on the Viltrox is easy to wrap your head around and it's not too overwhelming. When it comes to the touchscreen, I found this fast and responsive. When it comes to features, this monitor definitely isn't lacking. You'll get all of the standard sort of professional features such as focus peaking, waveforms, histograms, and vector scopes, so you can ensure your image looks as good as possible. It also has several built-in LUTs, and I love the fact that you don't have to actually import any if you don't want to. You could just use this monitor straight out of the box. You'll even find false color and anamorphic D-squeeze if you're using anamorphic lenses, and a few other features that you don't usually see on budget monitors. And as you'd expect, there are a bunch of different guides, including 9x16 for those of you who want to shoot vertical content. So if you're looking for a field monitor that offers great image quality for the price, I don't think you can go wrong with the Viltrox DC-X2. And even if you have a monitor already, but it only goes up to 1000 nits of brightness, I'd still recommend the DC-X2 because that extra 1000 nits is fantastic for shooting outdoors. So that's all there really is to say about this monitor. I've enjoyed my time with it, and like I said, this is pretty much my go-to now, especially if I'm shooting outdoors. And remember, if you're thinking of picking this up, be sure to use my link in the description, as well as my coupon code to get 8% off. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. If you have any comments or questions about this product, leave them down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I upload another video. If you do want to stick around and see more from me, there's a couple of videos up on the screen now, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.